Hello everyone, my name is Nayan Ghimire and today I'm going to tell you a story. The topic of the story is Frog's Democracy. This story is written by Kartikeya Ghimire, illustrated by Santa and Dev Mahajan, translated by Mahesh Paudel, and published by Children's Literature Foundation Nepal, CLFN. Frog's Democracy. Long ago, there was a beautiful pond in the village of Hariwan. The pond was surrounded by a thick forest with tall trees on all four sides, and the environment thereof was cool and pure. The frogs had named the pond Green Park. The frogs had a belief that a frog living in Green Park was sure to lead a healthy life. They therefore competed among themselves to secure a place in this much coveted park. In fact, Green Park was really unique land. The laws that governed the park, too, were unique in themselves. Kati, the king of the frogs, governed the park according to the interests of his subjects. Although he owned the states, he was committed in working for the frogs living in it. Therefore, the park was enjoying the essence of peace, and the frogs had a very good relation among themselves. One day, a merchant frog named Lumpet happened to pass through the park. He looked very simple, but was very wicked indeed inside, and had an evil design to ruin the park. His nature was not easily understandable for the simple-minded frogs of Green Park. He thought ill of the others and wanted to see them ruined. One day he happened to gather much information about the prevailing democracy of the park, and the peace and prosperity being enjoyed by its citizens. He became jealous of the establishment and began weaving a conspiracy to bring misfortune for the inhabitants for the park. With an evil plan in mind, he made his way towards the palace and asked for the permission to meet the king. No sooner he went inside the palace than he started crying loudly. When the king heard the shrill cry of the newcomer, he at once sent for him. Standing before the throne, Lumpet eagerly awaited the king's word. "Who are you, stranger? What's wrong with you? Has anyone in my kingdom disheartened you?" asked the beloved king. "Your Majesty, as I was coming, I met some frogs of Green Park, mocking at our democracy. They were also making fun of you, Your Highness. I was really shocked to hear that, my lord. You'd better curb all the democracy and begin automatic rule, concentration power in your own hands. Otherwise, I'm sure the kings in the neighboring kingdoms will start calling you timid. Some of them have already started making such criticism." When Kati heard cunning remarks of Lumpet, he took no time in understanding his evil designs to ruin his kingdom. He said with a smile, "Dear stranger, I don't know who you are or what your purpose is. If anyone calls me a coward for distributing equal rights to the residents of Green Park, I don't care at the least. We shouldn't forget that the birds cannot have their existence if they are confined to the cages. They are flying creatures as they have been blessed with wings. Similarly, frogs are animals that have access to both land and water. Can you imagine the life of a frog which is allowed to live on land alone or water alone? For that matter, I believe the frogs need the type of democracy I have given them for their full development. Then alone, they can accomplish great works in the world of frogs." Lumpet was speechless. He realized that his design to be the king's favorite failed, and he could do nothing to ruin the park. He had no way out except confessing that he had indeed thought evil about Green Park and its peaceful life. Your Highness, I'm really sorry. I really had something sinful up my sleeves. But now all have been washed away by your weighty words. Now I'd also like to enjoy the true world of frogs. Please advise me to what I need to do. Confessed the wicked merchant. Dear stranger, if you have really decided to walk on the path of truth, you need to acknowledge that the determination is the first and the last letter towards democracy. Be honest to your words and commit yourself to this way of life. Then only you will have the taste of true democracy. As a matter of fact, true democracy prevails there where truth, justice, and peace can rest. Thank you.